Hey guys, this is gonna be my Alphard guide, my in-depth Alphard guide on how to play this mecha, his role, his kit, and some advanced tech that we'll get into. So a little bit about me before I start. I'm a top 500 player back in Season 1. I finished at Legendary rank at 70% win rate, and then I stopped playing after that. I used to play a lot of Falcon, but recently I played Alphard for this past week, and he's just like a better Falcon to me. He's just a lot more fun. I have over 100 hours on this mecha, so hopefully I can share some tips and maybe some tech on how to play him properly. Alright, so let's jump right into it. I have some notes here to kind of keep me organized because it's my first time making a video like this. Boom. Okay. Alright, so let's actually go into training right now, and then I'll talk about what his skills do and his roles and stuff. Make this smaller right here. Okay, so a little bit about Alphard, right? He, in my opinion, he has a couple of roles or identities, you could say. He's a skirmisher. He fights around. He's a harasser. He annoys people. He's an assassin. He can insta-kill people and finish off kills. And he's a burst damage dealer. And he also denies points, such as dismantling and capture points. He denies those. And he's an anti-carry because he counters Aquila very well. If you see an Aquila, you should usually kill him pretty fast. So if you play Alphard, you gotta be in the mindset that you're the main damage dealer, or one of the main damage dealers, because he does a lot of damage. You want to try to play him in mostly open maps like Dismantle. He's okay in payload. He's also pretty good in the PvP maps, but some PvP maps have low ceiling, like not a lot of space to run around, so just be aware of that. Mostly he's very safe if you play him properly with his dashes. I'll talk about that later. And yeah, he's pretty much like a Falcon, but he's a lot more mobile and does more damage. I'm not gonna talk about like the beginner stuff. I assume that you've already played Alphard a bit, like played him a few games, so you know how his skills work. If not, you can just press you can just press this. Go into a game with Alphard, just read what these do. I'll get you pretty much like 50% of the way there. If you want, just pause this and read what his skills do. But if not, I assume you've already played Alphard, so I'll go over it quickly. Let me put down target. So his left click is just like Falcon. This does a lot of damage, but the further you go out, the harder it is to hit because there's travel time. It's kind of like Tricera and Falcon. So you kind of want to be mid-range around this sweet spot. If you go any further, you lose lock-on, and you have to manually target, which is pretty much impossible to hit if the enemy's moving around. And then you got your right click. Right, it shoots 2 rockets. Like that. These do a lot of damage. This is the majority of your burst damage. And what you want to do usually is you just want to hold both right click and left click together like this. And you just pump out a lot of damage. And then your Aux 1 is this skill. It just shoots missiles around you. Like, if you don't target anything, it just tries to find enemies near you, and you can't use it too close because they're gonna miss. Use it at like around here, and then it will hit even if you don't target him. If you do target him, then all of the missiles will try to go towards one target. If there's multiple targets around you, it'll try to just spread it out and try to hit everything. Aux 2 is your dash. I'll talk about this later. But it's basically your core, how you move around, stuff like that. Aux 3, it's this skill. See the blue thing? It shoots like an arc, like a circular missile around. And what it does is basically, you can see here, fires an electromagnetic trail, lock target, deals direct and physical damage. So it staggers them, and it creates a smoke screen. And it also destroys drones. So drones are gonna be like Welkin's box, Hurricane's shield, stuff like that. And you have to be flying. You have to be zooming in order to use this. You can't just use it in stationary mode. It won't let you. It's gonna be great out there. Next, I'm gonna talk about zoom, how to use it properly. So, number one thing you want to know is you should always strafe. What I mean is, when you go zoom like this, you know how you go straight, right? You want to tap left and right like this, always. Because what this does is it tries to target. It tries to strafe around whatever you have as a target. You see how, like, the camera moves? I'm not even moving my mouse right now. Let's say I'm looking over this way and I zoom around. Actually, that's... Maybe go closer. Let's say I'm looking at this pillar, right? I'm not moving my mouse. And I go dash in. It'll automatically try to move around whatever target is in vision. Right? And another very important thing about it is that if you go straight, so watch the second bar, right, on the bottom. Watch the second energy bar. That's the zooming bar. It goes down at a flat rate, right, like this. It goes down pretty slow. But even if you press A and D, left and right, it still goes down the same speed. Now the benefit of going left and right is that you slow down how fast you go forward. And the major problem with going too fast is you're gonna miss your target. Like right there, you just went past him. And now all your bullets are gonna miss. Like see? You see the target, you zoom towards him, boom, now he's behind you. Whereas if you used the strafe technique, like this, you have more time. You have more time to shoot him, and it also prevents enemies from hitting you. If you're fucking flying everywhere around like this, it's gonna be super hard to hit you.
Stabilizing.
Actually, let me turn on this overlay that I have to show you what I'm pressing. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Is it working? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So, again, you just tap left, right, left, right. That's it. Okay, I just had to restart the session so that it despawns the training target in the middle. So I can demonstrate what I mean. Here, you see how you can... So first step is you should always be strafing. Left, right, left, right, left, right. When you're flying around, right? Unless you're trying to go to a certain distance. Unless you're trying to reach a certain point very quickly. Then you don't side dash. But otherwise, most of the time you will be strafing. Now, another technique you can add into strafing is you use the dash. So if you go straight and you go like sideways, diagonally, you can tap shift and it will do like a spin. This actually removes lock-on for a second. So it's almost like Sky Raider, Falcon when you're doing the air dash, it removes lock-on. So what you can do with this is you can pair it together with the strafes. So for example, I'm going straight, left, right, you can do like a dash right after one of the strafes, and it will make you move more unpredictably. So like if I go left, right, I can do like a dash, and then I can do another dash. Like it throws off the rhythm of how fast you're going, right? Left, right. Or you could go right, left.
Insufficient engine output.
Stuff like that. Let me try that again. So you could go left, right, left, right, left. Something like that. Just throws off whoever's trying to track you if you move unpredictably. Now another thing about the Aux 2 is that when you're moving in the air, you cancel it immediately and then do a regular air dash and then go back into it. And the benefit to this is because you have two bars, you have two energy bars, you'll never run out of energy if you swap between them like this. So the second energy bar is draining, right? You untoggle and then you do a dash. And then see how it regains? And then you go back into dash. You could, in theory, never have to touch the ground just by rotating these two forever. See, it regains. You'll never have to touch the ground. Although you could do this all game, but I still recommend you try to take cover sometimes, like hide behind. If someone's chasing you, try to go to a high ground, turn it off, and then you regain your energy. It's more efficient that way. But if you're getting chased a lot, right? You can just do this, stay in the air forever. And because you're faster than the flyers, you're faster than Falcon and Air Raider, Sky Raider, they'll never catch you. Yeah. Now let's put down a target. I'm gonna put Wu Ren again. Now I'll demonstrate how to orbit. So orbiting is what happens when you do Aux 2, you dash, and then you tap a side move key, like A or D. Alphard will orbit around whatever target you have in your sight, like this, which gives you extra time to shoot the target. So let me show you again. Like this. And see, even if you move your mouse, you have to really move your mouse, because when you're in Aux 1, your sensitivity is very lowered. It's heavily lowered.
Stabilizing.
You have to move your mouse like halfway across the mouse pad in order to continue tracking, or else you just run over, like overshoot your target if you don't move your mouse like that. So how do you solve this? Well, there's a way. If you just do Aux 2, you do side dash again like this, you can keep the target in your view until your whole bar runs out. This gives you extra time to pump damage. Do your rocket launchers, do your left click, do your Q, or your 1, sorry, my rebind is Q. But you can just pump everything into it. Like, let's say a target's not moving, right? Just do this, side dash, and then you can keep him in your view forever and you can orbit them. This is especially useful against like the turret guys like Tricera Stego. Especially Stego, because you can do this. You can orbit, or let's say Stego's looking at you right there, and then he deploys the shield. Well, what can you do? You dash towards him, you orbit around him, pump all the bullets into him behind the back. He's gonna be forced to have to get out of turret mode and shoot and face you and shoot you. See? This is how you orbit around a stationary target.
Engine output.
But most of the time, you will not be fighting stationary mechas. You will be zooming towards them in the air like this, strafing, and then they'll also be moving around.
Stabilizing.
Because the targets that are not stationary are usually the targets you want to shoot, you want to go for, because they're squishier and they die easier. Let's talk about Aux 3. So Aux 3 is this missile thing. Right. You see how it travels in like a circular arc? If you use it too close to your target, you're gonna miss. So there has to be a certain amount of distance. Like around here. Like from here to like maximum here is when you want to use it. Any closer and you're gonna miss. So it's very important to judge your distance whenever you do try to use Aux 3. Aux 3 does quite a lot of health damage. It actually pierces through armor. It doesn't... So like if your target has a lot of armor, it pierces the armor. It goes straight for the HP damage, kind of like melees. When you're in a small room, let's say like inside a bunker or something, it's gonna be pretty hard to hit this. So what you want to do is just try to only use it, or not only use it, but mostly use it when there's enough space, like outdoors or something. Like you could also use altitude to your advantage, like right here, because
Stabilizing.
like let's say this is the minimum distance you need to be away in order to hit. You can use that instead of horizontally from them on the x-axis. You can be this far from them in the air and shoot it.
Stabilizing.
And it will hit because it's distance based. It's not like altitude based. So you could use that to your advantage if there's like a high ceiling but very narrow walls or something like that. So always try to abuse the freedom of your camera. For Alphard, you can look straight up. It's not like 180 degrees, but you can look pretty high up, and you can use this to go higher. A lot of people,
Stabilizing.
when they start playing this mech, and they try to, like they want to jump on top of this pillar, for example, they'll just jump and hold their space until they reach it, or if they want to be more energy hungry, they'll spam space and then get up to the pillar like that. But there's an easier way. You just look up and you dash up. You see how high you go? The only disadvantage is that you can't really see where you're going, right? But in terms of gaining vertical height, this is the fastest way you can gain vertical height. It's much faster than just jumping or hovering. So yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of tech. Next, I'm just gonna put up a clip of one of my matches recently, and then I'm just gonna commentate on it, on my thought process and stuff like that, so you can see what I'm doing.